You're gonna want someone from the ancients just to know what type of knowledge there was. Don't want someone annoying, so not Socrates. Not someone crazy that eliminates Pythagoras, even though math is fun. Probably Aristotle or his student, Alexander.
I think first, probably James Madison. He's my favorite president. I'd love to talk to him about the Constitution.
I'd probably do Lincoln. That seems like a pretty typical Ashbrook answer, but it'd definitely be nice to talk to the great emancipator.
Abraham Lincoln, first and foremost. There's a lot of questions about his speeches that I want answers on. I've written quite a few papers that need interpretation, and I think I'm right, but I would love to have a personal conversation with him.
Well, I'll pick a combination of living and dead. I'll bring my girlfriend so she can see people, and she would just laugh at me, because then I'd bring like two other historical people, which is I'd probably bring my two favorite generals of George Patton and Douglas MacArthur.
First, I'll probably invite my girlfriend. She's also an Ashbrook Scholar here.
Xenophon. He is a brilliant mind, and not only would I be able to pick Plato's brain as adjacent, but also Xenophon's brain. And maybe he can help me with my Greek a little bit, my Greek studies. I think he's an amazing philosopher, an amazing mind, especially with his ability to insert meanings that are not explicitly written.
Really interesting to then throw in someone from like the medieval era, pick out some Saxony elector from 1200 or something, and just know more about the general day-to-day and down to earth versus the big philosophical things still recorded.
Probably Corey DeAngelis. He's currently an education policy school choice person, and I'd love to talk to him about that.
Ronald Reagan, he's one of my favorite presidents in US history. I would actually kind of want to invite the current president, Donald Trump, because I just think it'd be interesting to watch some of that discussion between the two on what would happen. Because right now in the political atmosphere, lots of comparisons have been going on between the two. It would just be interesting to see. My third choice, I'm gonna go with something really outside the box, Sigmund Freud. I just think it'd be interesting to have a psych person at a dinner party, analyzing everybody in this situation.
I'd probably invite John Locke just to understand some stuff in my thesis a little more and some of the stuff he wrote about religious liberty.
Probably invite John Ford, the old Western director.
Let's go JFK. That'll be interesting.
Honestly, maybe Paulo Freire. I know I don't agree with anything that he wrote, but I would like to see how true my thought of how he thinks is. That would be kind of cool.
Probably Theodore Roosevelt. I think he was a fantastic speaker. He was a fantastic person, trying to bridge parties, trying not to stick to one sole ideology, and trying to transcend politics to bring together a better community and a better America. I think a lot of those people are missed nowadays, and it'd be nice to have that renewed sense. And maybe it can inspire me to try and transcend politics in my own capacity in my own town.
And I'd probably invite a former president. I don't know which one I'd pick, but I would pick a president as well, either for my thesis or just pick their brain about modern political questions. It'll be an older president, not a modern times president. Abraham Lincoln or older.
I'll go Oscar Wilde, so I can have an author there.
3 people, living or dead, that I would like to hear have a discussion. St. Ignatius of Loyola, Thomas Jefferson, and Winston Churchill.